What's going on, guys? Eric here from MajorLeagueTrading.com, coming at you with another trade review breakdown video for today. And we have a lot of stuff to cover again today. What a crazy day. Markets currently, S&Ps are down 87.25 points. We got about a minute to go here before the bell. This is 2.99% in the S&Ps. Nasdaq down 3.07%, Russell down 2.86%, and the Dow down 3.15%. Absolutely wild and crazy day here. Overall, pretty decent, kind of orderly trading day. It wasn't, something that was, really whippy up until, kind of this last, maybe 30 minutes of the day or so. But for me, I was able to take a couple trades here on the day. I did the morning write-up as well, which we'll talk about here. But before we do that, I want to give a huge shout out and congratulations to one of the room members here, Ray. Last night, or I guess technically this morning, just a couple minutes after midnight there, Ray completed step 2 for his $150,000 trading combine account. So as of right about now, market's going to be closing out here, and he will have completed step 2 and getting his hands on a $150,000 trading account. So congratulations to Ray. Good work out of you, my man. Really super excited and happy for you on that one. Now, let's talk about the markets here and kind of what it is we were looking for on the day. So I got a couple things queued up in here. I'll show you guys. I did take some futures trades today in the S&Ps. That was good for $1,048.90. Nasdaq here, nothing. Russell, nothing. Dow, nothing. And the micros there, nothing as well. If you guys have not looked into the micros here yet, if you are a newer beginner trader, you're listening to this video right now, the micros are going to be something you're going to be interested in. So stay tuned to the channel for more information on those. But I've been watching these and kind of messing with them and working on some things for them, and I'm starting to kind of like them here for some newer traders. So, but $1,048.90 on the day there for the S&Ps. Was able to pick up, I want to say it was like $195 on the day as well for the SPY puts. So I traded these in the room as well. These are the 285 SPY puts today. Traded in and out of these here and was able to pull out 195 bucks in there. And then also in Nadex was able to take a position there, which ended up working out nicely as well, and was able to close out the remainder of that position as we kind of came down here into 28.50 quarters and then closed the rest of it out while I was at lunch, which I'll show you guys a picture of that too. Absolutely phenomenal lunch here, this new spot that opened up. But let's get started here. Take a look at what it is we were looking for on the day. So coming into today, last night, we were looking at, okay, if we can crack these 29.21 levels here in the S&Ps, which are now like way up here, 29.21s here, you can see big gap down this morning. But I mentioned yesterday, if we can kind of crack those 29.21s, we could potentially reverse all of yesterday's move. And that's exactly what ended up happening here. This little piggy here that does the little Geico commercial or whatever it was, this is, what I thought the markets were going to look like for today, just a constant trend to the downside. And pretty close there. So it's trended pretty much all the way into 28.50 quarters here this morning. And what it is I was watching for was 29.21 is resistance if we were going to attempt to rally back that large. Again, I was not expecting a rally back anywhere near that size on the day. I was looking for maybe 94s as the high of the days for the S&Ps here. Highs ended up being 89.50, so we couldn't even quite get up to 94s there. To the downside, we got 28.76 and then 28.50 quarters below. If and when the S&P cracks under 28.76, look to add to a short position there and sell that all the way down into targets of 28.50 quarters. Because of that bias and what it is I was looking to do there, the Nadex trade idea that was sent out here was for the 28.54, 4:15 p.m. expiration today. And those were currently trading right around 88 bucks when I sent that out this morning. S&Ps as of the indicative price here, you can see it was 92.75 at 8:30 and a couple seconds after that this morning when I sent that trade out. I put this position on in Nadex. I sold 10 of these 2854s for 4:15 p.m. expiration. Look to cover the majority of that position at or around $50. If price can trade down in those 2850 quarter levels, we did that. We'll hold a little over as well for a potential close beneath that level on the day. I did have 2 left on, but I ended up closing those out here, like I said, over lunchtime. So we'll go through those in just a second. But anyways, here was the 2854s, 415s, and the S&Ps chart there with the levels as well. So far for the week, this new write-up seems to be a big hit. You guys are loving it, and I really, really appreciate that. But so far, we're 4 for 4 now on the week. It is Wednesday so far. We're 4 for 4 on all the trades that we've sent out for the alerts and for the write-ups here on the week. Before we jump into the charts and kind of what I did there with Nadex and then over to the S&Ps here, I want to show you guys this food. It was absolutely delicious. It was this new like Korean chicken place that opened up, and they put onions in this like sauce. They like soak these onions overnight in water and make this homemade sauce or whatever. Definitely not keto approved. It's breaded here, but it was really good. And then these wings were really nice. I had a nice little bite to them. My wife kind of like destroyed a little piece of that one to try it before I could take my picture, unfortunately, but really, really good spot. And so I was there actually eating when I took off part of the Nadex position, and you can see that here from the order windows here. The Android orders were me at the restaurant there. So what we ended up doing here in Nadex today, this is the Great Britain Pound JPY trade from yesterday. We picked that up at $31.75, sold it out for $85.50 yesterday. And then today what we did was we sold 10 of these 2854s here for $88.25. I put an order in for $50 and I canceled it there and then started reworking some orders. So it took one at 52, 51, 50, 49, and 48. And you can see all of those ended up getting filled. I put 3 more out at 46, 45, and 44. And then you guys can see as we kind of start going up here, these are all the order fills there. 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 46, and then 45 and 44. So I got filled on all those. And then finally got filled at 57.50s here for the remaining that was left out there. So basically what ended up happening is we sold those for 88 quarters. We covered half of those, which would be 5 contracts here, for $50. We covered another 3 at $45. So he's 46, 45, 44. So the average is there. So we sold 10 for 88 quarter, bought 5 for average of 50, bought 3 for average of 45, and then bought 2 back for average of 57.50s here. So on the 5 lot that we sold at 88 quarters and bought back at 50, we were able to pull out $38.25 on those times 5. So those right there were good for $191.25 in profits on the day. The 3 that we got here for 45, that would be $43.25 we were able to pull out of those times 3 contracts. That's good for $129.75 there. And then these last 2 88 quarter minus 57.50s here, good for $30.75 times 2 equals $61.50. And boom. So $61.50 plus the $129.75 there, plus the $191 quarters there. So Nadex was good for $382.50 on the day, minus commissions there on those trades. And that was just trading a 10 lot. I had a total risk on this trade when I put it on of about $120 and was able to take and turn that into a reward on the day of $382.50. So no complaints there with the risk reward ratio on that trade. And again, S&P is just now, we're about 6 minutes away from closing here. They're currently 28.3875s. And had you held that full position, it looks like at the moment it's going to expire completely worthless. Had you held over those 2 contracts or 5 contracts, whatever number it is that you were looking to do, for me it was just 2 contracts, would have been a full max winner on those. So I did end up leaving, $57.50 times 2 on the table there, so $115. So this trade potentially, had I managed it, in the way that I initially thought, but I saw some things in the market there. I wanted to just go ahead and close the position off. Would have returned, $497.50 there on a $120 risk, and that's kind of what I was looking for there on the day. Again, took it off a little bit early and walking away with $382.50 on the day, minus commissions and all that fun stuff. No complaints there whatsoever here out of the day for Nadex. So that was a super fun trade there. And all in all here, I made the majority of my money in the S&Ps here to the long side. So the $1,048 I made in the S&Ps, I actually took a long right off the rip here this morning. And I'll zoom in on this. So zoom in right there. We had this level in place at 28.7975s here, and as the market pushed down this morning, something that I was noticing here was the S&Ps had pushed through morning lows. The Russell had, and I believe the Dow did as well at the time. This is literally like 9:31 in the morning, and at that same moment in time, the Nasdaq, had not pushed through its overnight and morning lows there. And we were into this level here of 79.75s. So as we came back up through 79.75, that's one of the entry methods that I teach in the MLT Pro Trader course, which is what Ray went through and just got his $150,000 funded account through. As we kind of came back up through this level, I stepped in. I got long 28.80s on the S&Ps here with a 3 lot, and rode that up here. And started taking profits at 86 quarters, I believe it was. I had a stop loss in at 86 quarter. I took a 2-tick slippage there, got out at 85.75s, 85 quarters, and then 84 quarters on that trade. And that ended up being good for like $700 and some change. First thing in the morning in about, I think it was like a total of like 1 minute and 13 seconds or something like that. So not too bad for a minute's worth of work, if you will, there. But the next trade that ended up kind of pushing me over the $1,000 number there on the day ended up coming later on here in the day. And I actually went ahead and typed this into the chat in the Discord there, where we had kind of pushed back up. We traded through these 80s, 50s up in here. And as we started coming back down through 79.75s, and we popped back up right here, 10.34 there, we traded 79.75s to the tick, and I was able to get filled on a 1 lot right there. Now, I managed this position down. We had sold off into new lows. We rallied back. I put stop losses in here up above 77 at 77.75s right there after we started coming back down. And then I kind of got impatient with the position, and I wasn't liking some of the action I was seeing there, at least for having the futures position on. So I went ahead and right through here just took the position off at 73.75s, locked in my 6 points on that trade, and that's what led to the $1,048.90 on the day there for the S&Ps. Now, hindsight looking back here, I was like 2 ticks. If I'd have given it 2 ticks more worth of room, then I would have captured all the rest of this move to the downside here into 28.50 quarters. Again, you can't look at it that way. I managed the position according to the way that I thought here. Had a really good entry there. I mean, we top ticked that specific bar right there, 79.75s on the order entry there, and managed it, in the best way that I thought possible. Again, had the same thing there with the SPY puts. That's the position I took there as well. I actually took that position a little bit earlier than the futures position, just because it can give you kind of a little bit more room to wiggle with when it comes to those options. So I think I took that position somewhere up in here earlier this morning. Actually, I can tell you the time of that fill. Give me 1 second. So filled orders 9:48. Yeah, so right in through here. 9:48 and change there as we rally back up into 79.75s here. I took those SPY puts and kind of held them through, you know, these little bit of gyrations, and then waited patiently for the futures entry way down in here, which wasn't until like 10:34, 10:33, somewhere in there. Anyways, big shout out to everyone in the room. Some really good profits coming out of the room again today. You know, I'll actually, here, let me take a quick screenshot. I'll pull this over. I mean, Mike had a good day. Vince had a good day. Kaylin, who I showed you guys yesterday, came in with another killer day here. I can't even fit all this on the screen right now, guys. So we're going to try and scrunch this up here. This is one of the chats here. I couldn't even like scroll up and get the rest of it there. Mike had, you guys can't see it in this window, another $2,600 there this morning. And Vince here came in with a nice position there off of 28.8150s, that opening print or right around there. Lou came in $340 there, working on his way to getting funded as well. Sean Clark came in with $2,326 on the day. Jose with $375. And then Kaylin, who came in strong yesterday with that $10,000 trade, coming in with another $4,188 in profits on the day. That's like $14,000. I don't actually know what he was up on Monday, but $14,000 in the past 2 days for him. So huge congratulations and shout out to all of the MLT team members in the chat room, killing it. And my real question to you is, why are you not in the Discord yet? There's a link in the description below. All you guys got to do is click that link, and you're going to be in the chat with myself and Perry and Jay and all the other MLT team members here. So I'm not quite sure why you guys are not in there yet, but if you're not, click that link. Also, thank you guys so much for your time for this video. It ran a little longer than I wanted, but markets are crazy. A lot of things to cover. We're not even touching on gold and silver and all of these other crazy markets that are going on right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up on this video. If you are new around here and you have not already done so, then click that subscribe button and turn on the little bell notifications, because I go live each and every morning about 9 o'clock, sharing with you my thoughts and analysis on this market and what I'm looking forward to do on the day. And I do that absolutely free. So you guys want to click that subscribe button and the bell notifications. And you'll also know when I post new videos like this. So thank you guys so much for your time. Have a great rest of your evenings, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow around 9 a.m. and we'll see if we can do it tomorrow again. Take care.